All right, you guys, welcome back to Ragdown Planting. Look at the unusual stem on this plant. So pretty. It could really pass off as a succulent stem, but it is not a succulent plant. Look at that leaf, that foliage. All right, so today is all about this baby. I'm going to repot this plant because the pot is too big for this plant. There was others in here with this plant, but they've died off. And I want to put this plant in a more narrow pot, in a more upward pot, such as this. And you see how leggy she's looking? She's looking leggy to me. Not too long ago, I'll say at least about 2 months ago, this plant was a little bit more stubby. But I moved this plant and she was sitting right underneath my artificial light, which is causing her to stretch. And I can see all the stretchiness right in here in her leaves because they're getting thinner. The stem is really thick. Let's begin. This plant is from the Dieffenbachia family. She's a tropical baby, an indirect low light baby. She likes bright light as well. I fertilize this plant during the spring and the summer. I allow the soil to get halfway dry between the waterings. I don't allow the plant to get completely dry. Much better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now for some fun stuff. So these beautiful ones, these are my orange philodendrons. I'm going to combine them into one pot. This is a lowrider pot. It's short. I wanted that for these plants because, you know, they don't grow too tall and whatnot. I thought that would be cute. These are philodendron plants. They love moisture, humidity. If you're going to put sun on them, they prefer morning to afternoon sun. But they are direct light tolerant. I rescued this plant about a year ago, and I've only gotten this much growth after a season ago. So this plant is about 5 months old to me, and this is as far as I've gotten. That's a cutie. The orange philodendron. Since the transition, the baby is doing good. No problems, no concerns. Mm-hmm. The lemon, the lemon pothos, the lemon lime pothos. So beautiful. I'm showing you a smudge of foliage here on the leaf. I'm going to combine these two pots together, a 4-inch pot and two 3-inch pots. This is also a low light tolerant plant, no direct sun. And you can abuse the pothos. The pothos can take lots of neglect and come back beautiful. The Limelight has taken a liking to her new pot. A couple of leaves have stood up. This one and this one. This plant is from my Syngonium family, for all you arrowhead lovers out there. I mixed in a Dieffenbach right in the middle there. She's not doing too well. And also a Florida Beauty. It's not doing too well either. So I'm just going to repot this whole plant, propagate the Dieffenbach, and replant the Florida Beauty. So I'm just trying to decide how I want to grow this plant, how I want to plant this plant. It appears to me that the leaves want to go in a downward position, like a hanging basket. I'm almost wanting to do that to see what happens. I've always grown this plant in an upward position. I also heard the arrowhead was a vinding plant. I wonder if I'll allow her to grow in a downward position, will she vine? The Syngonium plant also does well in propagation, meaning she can live in water and do very well. And the roots look really pretty in the water if you choose a clear vase. This plant does not like, well, actually, when I put this plant in the sun, it hasn't burnt the leaves, but it also can take indirect and low light as well. But keep in mind, the lower the light, the slower the growth. So today, since the transition, I lost a couple leaves, but overall, she's doing really good. It looks like a couple of the leaves has perked up towards the window there. These two have perked up as well. Yeah, I think she's gonna do well in this pot. Mm-hmm. And last, we have the Mond Styria. I love this plant, those huge heart leaves. But I'm not liking the form of this plant. The stems are out of control. There's no form at all. I'm thinking the next time I plant this plant, I'm going to plant it with a stick, some support. But for now, I'm going to chop this plant all the way down. And you want to make sure that you cut at the very end the thickness of your stem. And I'm going to propagate this plant and repot it, reform it to my liking. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Propagation. Well, thank you so much for watching Ragdoll Planting. Over.